going on, everyone? This is Liam Catterson here, and today we are going to be watching something that is close to home for me, or along the lines there. This is Atypical. This is the official trailer that was released about a week ago. And of course, for those, well, you guys know that I'm autistic, and yeah, I've heard quite the, I don't know, buzz, conversation, I guess, about this show, because there has been good points and bad points being discussed, and I've decided I wanted to check out the trailer myself to see what I could, like, to see if there was anything that I could obviously relate to, and to see how, you know, nailing on the head it is, because autism is a subject that is, you know, you have to be very delicate with it. So, because otherwise you might get a lot of things wrong, and for a person, which I will go into depth about at the end, by the way, for a person who might be new to the whole autism spectrum thing, all kind of stuff, it might be very misleading, and that could cause problems. But we'll have to wait and see. We can just check now, anyways. So yeah, typical official trailer. Let's see what this is all, the buzz is about this. So, without further ado, let's go.
How was your session with your therapist today?
She thinks that I should put myself out there and find someone to have sex with. She didn't say the sex part, I added that. I'm a weirdo, that's what everyone says. Sometimes I don't know what people mean when they say things.
Sam, people on the spectrum date, you know.
I'm on that.
Girls don't really notice me at all, and I'm not great at picking up signals.
She's smiling right at you.
Yeah,
you need to
signals
turn that down like 70%.
Issues.
Casey, why does my to-do list say remove stick from butt?
I don't know, but if it's on there, you gotta do it, right?
I can't find my work pants.
Oh.
Sam's gonna start dating.
You and I weren't much older when we met.
I guess Sam did take them.
You want to know how to get the girls? I'm taking you to Poon City.
That's not a real place. Nope, not doing that.
Sensory, yeah.
There are strategies I could teach him.
I'm not a little kid anymore. I can do things.
Strategies
Fight for
or when you get
independence,
your
I can see
heart
that.
Sometimes I wish I was normal.
Been there.
Dude,
Oh,
nobody's normal.
the normal part?
Your son has the same desire to be loved that we all do.
Paige?
Why shouldn't he pursue it?
My family is fragile.
Everything is Sam this and autism that. Maybe it's time for you to have your own life.
Whoever
See the
first
fractures
said
in the family.
practice makes perfect was
But,
an idiot. Humans can't be perfect because we're not machines.
We're not Cybermen.
The best thing that you can say about practice is that it makes better.
Okay.
At some point, I really, really hope that I get to see boobs.
Okay, so 5 minutes of thinking, and yeah, I've basically been thinking about the trailer and how it compares to, you know, autism itself. Now, I did hear they consulted Autism Speaks about this. Big red flags. Big, major red flags, since Autism Speaks do not represent autism at all. They're actually against it. They are actually a group that wants to eradicate it and whatnot, so... and it plays well to... And it plays to how Sam was saying, you know, sometimes I wish I was normal and whatnot, which is not really what I think, because, I mean, being autistic, it can be hard, and there are challenges out there, but we also present a unique ability and whatnot, and, you know, I've heard some people say that autistic people are some of the most compassionate people out there, and I mean, that contraries to the popular belief that we don't have empathy for anyone and whatnot, but no, I mean, we can be talented, amazing people and that, so, but overall, I'm a bit mixed / positive about the trailer, because I do have this fear that it will become a template to other autistic people on how people who might not have as extensive knowledge about autistic people, because some of the signs do not represent people like me, or people like my best friend, for example, because this is Sam struggling to find a relationship and desperately wanting one. That's fine. And that's been helped by his therapist. Like, Sam's wanting to go into a relationship and pursue and establish that, basically. My best friend, not as much. He doesn't give a hoot about relationships, and you know, he is fine where he is in life, and if he wants one, then yeah. But at the minute, he's not wanting one. He doesn't care. He's fine as he is, and I'm happy for him, of course. If that's what he's chosen, it's all good. But like I said, I mean, there will be problems. Like, there are problems in relationships where autistic people do find. I mean, for me, example, I know in my previous relationship, I had a lot of problems with that relationship, and I just was blank about how to handle it, because this was something new for me. And yeah, I can understand why they did it, because aside from family, being in a relationship is a really close subject. So and of course we want to cycle through the journey of how it can be a hard time for autistic people as well. But I really think, and this is what I wanted, I want several perspectives of the spectrum, because I want there to be a good focus on, you know, how autism varies and whatnot, rather than just one single person. But I also want other factors. He's showcasing other factors with autism, and I want that to be heavily focused as well. So yeah, I might be, when the full thing comes out, they might be heavily established, but compared to the relationship, I think they should all be equally sorted so people can get a better understanding, because otherwise I just fear that it's going to be swept under the rug for this relationship plotline to develop and whatnot. So that's my feeling. But I mean, they should really focus on other aspects. I mean, the relationship thing, I don't know. I'm a bit mixed about that entirely, but we'll just have to wait and see where it goes. But some of the things they developed was kind of spot on. I mean, especially when he had his headphones in, far away from the public. That just flashes well to me, because that would usually be me. I would usually sit several feet away from everyone else. I don't really, you know, communicate with the public that much. Because I think it's also to do with the fact that I've had issues in the recent issues in the past and whatnot, and trust issues have emerged. But no, I always want to distance myself from people as well. So yeah, it just kind of resonated back to college days. So but also sensory issues when he was at the strip club and that. I thought that was because I know that's associated as well. I don't have it, but I know it can become a problem. That's what I'm talking about. Focus on several people and how, you know, some qualities may affect us. There's some qualities there that Sam isn't. There's some qualities in the autistic people that's not affected in Sam. So that's why several people, several perspectives about how autism can impact a person and how challenging it could be, or even acceptance. And how we are, you know, not monsters to some people, or not a laughing matter. That's what it should be focused on, in my opinion. But also how he said how he might struggle and like to understand what people mean and that. It also resonates to, you know, how we process in that. And sometimes we process differently. Last year I had a total collapse in mind because of the way the tutor who didn't give a crap about my autism just went a billion miles per hour just for the rest of the class who didn't have a learning difficulty, and you know, it made me feel out of, like, I was struggling to keep things, you know, noted, because if it was something new for me, and usually if I'm wanting to learn something, it usually takes a couple of attempts and whatnot. But yeah, sometimes things can be difficult to comprehend, sometimes signals will be mistranslated or whatnot, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I mean, they've got a few things right, but if they have consulted Autism Speaks, I think they should have gotten someone who actually is for autistic, and not someone who's basically wanted to go all Hitler on the autistics, basically, which are Autism Speaks. And I think they should have gotten, like, a writer, or me, because I do write as well, like, autistic people can write and that, and they can point out, like, just in case there are any notions that they misinterpret about autism. So, but we'll just have to wait and see what the full thing does deliver. Overall, I thought the trailer was mixed/positive. Like I said, my main issue is they're focusing so much on the relationship aspect, and it seems like they're throwing every other issue that that autistic people might be faced with under the rug, just to make room for this development. I can understand why, but also showcase the other issues that we might have. Otherwise, like I said, it can get swept under the rug, and yeah. But I probably won't react to this, because I know Netflix shows do tend to get a bit of you know, trouble, unless you're Marvel or whatnot, or Stranger Things. And plus, I'm a bit busy as well in August as well. I mean, I'm surprised I can make room for the Defenders, but I'll give this a watch, and hopefully they'll do it justice, because I don't want this to be a misconception for a lot of people when if they know little about autism and whatnot. And I want this show to stand out as something accurate, but we'll just wait and see. We'll just wait and see when the full thing comes out. But yeah. That's that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my MediaBees channel if you want to. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!